that means I'm not HIV. But there is a faint line there, and I do think that I did. You know, the kids about 3 years ago tried to help me that there was a court case that the government had arrested me and that I needed to put my letters to the people to show that I needed asylum. I think she silenced me in a court case, making me look like nothing makes sense and I'm stupid. But I actually did need asylum because I was kept homeless and I had all this violence of my face and I wasn't getting relief. There's only one bar, so I might not be, but I'm kind of worried that I am because it looked like there was a faint bar, but it doesn't at the moment. It only looks like one, so maybe I'm not. This is an HIV test, and there's only one bar, which usually means you're not HIV. But the other thing is I worked to get asylum, and the kids were telling me, you know, the government's stolen your identity, and that you're sick, and you need people to look at your court case. And I didn't click fast enough, and then they left me something else about what else did they leave me? They've left me that those guys with Poppy are obstructing justice, and then the kids have left me a lot of clues actually. They left me a clue that I was raped and made out that I was like schizophrenic so that Mia can be really famous, and that I was put into a court case and unfairly trapped, that my face is too ugly for TV. And that they've been doing a lot of sexual violence behind my back, all sorts of things like this. So what I'm just saying is I've been trapped for so long unfairly and cruel degrading. That's cruel treatment because my face got ruined, and that whole time I'm crying. They've stopped me having any mercy whatsoever, and they keep blaming me in the media. And it's out of control. Like, there's no democracy. It's tyranny, and I got really locked up for some tweet that I don't even think that I did it, and I think it's out of context because I would have meant like, don't come around here being violent, like abusing me as a dog, when we're like we've got legal terms for how to treat people in this country, so what they've done is stop me having any legal rights, and they just keep abusing me as ugly, and they've gone to a point where it's just like, we'll just help ourselves to your house. Oh, look, can you not rage out because we're going to tell everyone you have fits of rage, and you're like a little kid that has fits, and you're like sitting there ranting and raving about people alone in your house, and they're not even there, so we're going to make you look crazy. And it's not crazy because I'll see something online and then I'll go back and it'll make me really pissed off. Like, it said on the news that Tiffany company had been like had done a massive ramrod on me, which is Nadia and is my ex. So yeah, I did have a rant about him in my house, and it's my house. Why are you watching me? And yeah, I did say nigger in my house because I've been harassed by a black woman, and the kids did another cartoon about Kayla, and then they did another cartoon about Kiki. The cartoon about Kiki showed Ruth and Kiki ruining my blood with AIDS, basically, and it was just showing that Kiki was trying to have a lesbian relationship with Ruth to manipulate her into murdering me with AIDS because she wanted to be famous at all costs. And Kiki doesn't want to be common because she thinks black women are common. So she's made me trashed, and I was an A- blood type, which is really rare blood type, and I'm also a rare brain, an INFJ, and I also had a very rare, beautiful face that looked Irish but Asian. And she's ruined everything for me. They've just ruined my health, and Ruth and Kiki just got really famous, and for some reason these kids I don't know who they are. They're like some weird kids that follow me around like vigilantes or something and leave like me messages. So they told me that was going on, and then they showed me that Kayla had been downloading all my information and taking all of my CVs about childcare, all of my innovations about art, and was claiming them as her own. And so she took credit for all of my work and then basically told the people at the school that I was a loser. Well, she took credit for all of my designs. And that's how long I've been treated unfairly. And if you read the MSA Kids Club, they're actually saying, we know why our mum's ugly. And it's got the lady pouring powder into their food. And that's what would happen. I would look young, and suddenly I'd look in the mirror and I'd look really, really old all of a sudden. I'd be like, what the hell happened to me? You know, and I'd go through all this healing with saunas and healthy regimes and trying to fix myself, and I'd come back normal. And then you'd stay in a place where you had to share the coffee or something, and then all of a sudden you're ugly and old again. And that's what keeps happening, eh? Like, you can see it in my photos. Like, I'm not imagining this kind of stuff. They're really destroying my looks, and I want to like really fight for my character, because you know, I may be looking like I'm lazy with nothing to do, but I just chill out if it's too stressful. And it's too stressful. I can't handle it. I just keep my life simple. If I need to go to a job, I need to go to a job. And most of jobs are systems. Most of jobs are like carrying out a series of like things to do, like a list of things to do all day. That's what my job is. In any kind of system, you do it in any job, basically. That's how I feel. You've got to like set out and organise a bit of a structure of what you need to do per job, sort out the time, and then get it done. And I've never had issues. I've just had issues with very pedantic bosses that want to control everything. But other than that, like, I don't really have problems with the work. I've always gotten on with my work. I've always had good references. Nobody's told me anything bad apart from Elm Cleaning in Australia, because I got really sick and she was overworking me. So I called up, but in my defence, I called her up like 4 a.m. I gave her plenty of notice to find another cleaner. It was 4 a.m. And her excuse was, well, it's too early in the morning to call anyone. What am I meant to do? And it's like, well, what are you meant to do if people get sick? Like, it's not like I could have changed anything. But, well, this thing doesn't look like I've got HIV today. So maybe I don't have HIV, but I've been disemboweled anyway, and I don't have, you know, I'm frustrated. I like working, and he's made it so I'll never go to work, because they've just put me in a situation of these other kids that want to be really rich and successful and are really banning me having my own independence in life, and I can't live my life like that. And when it comes to my mind, I had a very, very, very intellectual brain, and I did a lot of work helping in charities, and I didn't do anything bad. You know, like I just had a very peaceful life. That's what happened to me when I got older and I healed. I wanted a peaceful life, and all I've got is these women that are blonde who were ugly mums that want to be famous at all costs, and they're like bringing me down. They're dragging me and my family through hell, and my face has been completely ruined. And those kids keep saying it's all the blondes ruining my face, but they said that it was Ruth that was doing the blood because she's in love with Kiki. So I don't know what to do in this situation. Like, I want to know I'm not going to be free. That's the thing, because she's decided to do that to my blood. And also I'm disemboweled. Also, I've got no freedom to choose a house that I want to choose. I've got no freedom to go to work. And I like working. I even like working part-time. I'm not allowed any social interaction. And she's, you know, what she's seen in me, she's taken everything from me and locked it into some sort of life insurance. So she saw that I've got lots of friends, so she's got life insurance, I'll never have friends, and made this massive trafficking circle so I can't meet anyone, and modern slavery. And then she's made sure I'll never be an influencer on TV, so I'm filmed every day for 7 years to blackmail me. And she's made sure I'll never have a business, so she's made sure to put me in the toilet of shit so I can never exist in society. Then she's given me a bad character by showing me really angry because I'm seeing abusive situations. If I'm reading about Nadia and Ruben, like their Tiffany company doing this and that, why can I not get angry at them in my own bedroom without them spying on me and then exposing me to the internet that I'm such a crazy bitch because I'm talking about them in my room? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's really, people don't really see what's really going on. I've filmed the people outside kind of being abusive to me outside my house. That's why I flip out all the time. You don't know what goes on. And same as my van. It's like I tried to run away in my van and they cut the van. They cut my brake lines and I was going to die. I'm just lucky I swerved, but I'm just saying they've been trying to kill me. And I'm actually just saying I would rather die because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being poor. I'm tired of being stopped to do my job. You know, every time I want to just move on with my job, I'm being blackmailed with all this crap. And it's like, I don't mind the kids because I'm thankful that they must give me information. So I don't want to be hating on kids, but I mean, I think they need to understand that I'm a human and I need interaction. I can't just be sitting in a closet with no friends and no family. It's not okay. I can't cope. I've had to be around. Even in my days of anxiety, when I got extremely shy, I was forced to be around people all the time. So I'm not used to not having somebody to talk to about my problems, or their problems, or things going on. Usually I always need to talk about somebody's got usually something happy that happens in their day, and then I find out kind of something new to do that makes life more inspiring, and I can't. So I'm just being abused by John that I'm ugly on TV for years, her and Kayla, and it's like, why are they doing that to me? I can't change my face, can I? It got ruined. And instead of letting me have a job, they keep stopping me working, and it's just kind of like keeping me stuck in this abusive situation where they're torturing my face.